Hey everybody, Mike from the Focus Garage coming at you here, and today we're doing just some basic maintenance on the Harley. But one thing I want to take care of that's just kind of wanting to give me peace of mind is the hydraulic clutch mechanism on my Harley Davidson. So a lot of these Milwaukee 8 bikes are known to have something called fluid transfer, where your transmission fluid ends up in your primary and then you run your transmission low. Harley has their own fix for this, where they pretty much drill a hole in your primary and put a vent on it so there's not excess pressure. But the most surefire way to fix this problem is with a new push rod here. So I'm gonna have this linked where I bought it from in the description down below. It was actually directly through a company's Facebook page. Here's gonna be the instructions on how to replace it. It's very, very easy. All you gotta do is pull off the derby cover with the 5 bolts there. And then you've got a snap ring in there that you're gonna go ahead and take out. This little support plate's gonna come off. You pull the rod out of the bike, you pop this new one in, and as far as I know, it doesn't matter which direction you put it in. You can see here there's 2 different ends on it, but they are both exactly the same. So you swap that back in there, put the new snap ring in, pop everything back into place, fill up your fluids, and then you are good to go. I have not actually experienced any kind of fluid transfer problems with this motorcycle. I've got about 5,000 miles on it, and I've been checking my transmission fluid very, very regularly, just because it is a pretty common issue from what I've seen on these bikes. But I still want to do it to have peace of mind. I don't want to deal with them having to drill a hole in my primary, and I don't want to have to worry about, I'm on the road 1,000 miles away from home or something, and I'm out of transmission fluid. So again, here's the instructions. It's pretty much exactly what I said there. You're just pulling off the derby cover and your one snap ring. That's it. So just get a pair of snap ring pliers. You'll take out this snap ring right there, and then you'll go ahead and you'll swap over the rods with the new one here. I'm doing it, like I said, preventative maintenance. I don't want to have to worry about it. It's a simple enough job, and I'm already in here doing the fluid, so I've got the cover pulled off anyways because I need to pull that cover to add more fluid. So that's pretty much all I wanted to reach out to you and tell you guys. I know there's a lot of information about this, a lot of misinformation. I personally know of somebody that's been affected by the fluid transfer. Again, I have not been, but I don't want to take that risk of it possibly happening in the future or anything like that. If their gasket on this has been used more than a couple times, you can also go ahead and pick up a new gasket. I think it's like $6 or $7, so that way you don't have to worry about that as well. Again, very, very, very easy to do. You can do it at home when you're doing a fluid change. It's going to take you a few minutes, and it's going to give you all the peace of mind in the world. Once I pull out the stock shaft here, I'll kind of show you the difference between the stock and the new one, and then we'll wrap this one up. So the whole purpose of this swap is to reduce this. You can see this has a lot of play in it, and the new rod is thicker than this. So what it's going to do is it's going to prevent, I guess, pressure, be able to build up and pull the fluid through. So this rod is literally just pulls right out of the bike, and you put the other one in. But again, you can see there's a lot of free play in this. I'll show you the other one once I throw it in. So here you can see we're reinstalling the new rod, and yeah, there's a little bit of play, but it is much, much sturdier than what was just pulling out of there. So literally just pull the old one out, pop this one back in here, and you can see it's much tighter. So this is going to reduce the tolerance of where you can have the pressure build up and pull, or I guess suction, the fluid through the transmission there into the primary. So that's it. Literally take the old one out, put the new one in until it bottoms out about there, and then you're good to go. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this one. As you guys could see in the last clip, all we went ahead and did is switched out that clutch push rod to make sure that we're not going to have any kind of issues with the fluid transfer that these Milwaukee 8 motors are so known for moving forwards. Since I was already in there doing a fluid change, it really just took me a few extra minutes to grab a snap ring plier, pull out the snap ring, pull out the rod, and then you're good and ready to go. Again, the biggest reason I was doing this was not because I was personally having any kind of fluid transfers, because I wasn't on my bike, but I did it because I didn't want to have to worry about it in the future moving forwards. Harley, they do have a fix where they offer that vent that I was talking about earlier in the video. However, I've heard that can actually cause more issues than it actually solves. I've heard of people having debris get into their transmission or in their primary due to the pressure that they're pulling from the outside now. So there's just, again, a whole lot of different reasons and theories out there. Again, I'm not a certified technician. Do not take what I'm saying as gospel. This is just something that I researched on my own heavily here on the forums and on Facebook groups. And for $60 or so, it's good peace of mind to not have to worry about it. So if you're keeping tally of what bikes do transfer and do not transfer, mine was not one of them. However, I don't want to have to even worry about it moving forward. So clutch push rod is done. The link to buy it will be in the description down below. If you have any questions about the installation, go ahead and let me know as well. I can answer anything specific. It does help to have an extra set of hands when you're pushing that little bearing plate back onto the end of the push rod as you're seating the snap ring there. Otherwise, it wants to kind of push back out, so you need like 16 arms to get in there and do it. So Just have an extra hand, kind of push it and then set the snap ring, and then you're good to go there. But yeah, just a real short one here. I wanted to show you guys the push rod, just talk to you about, why this will solve any kind of fluid transfer issues that you may be experiencing on your Harley Davidson Milwaukee touring model motorcycle. Again, this is only applicable if you have a hydraulically operated clutch on your bike. If you've got a cable, don't worry about it. Only with hydraulic clutches, not cable operated clutches. So if you've got a soft tail or something like that, don't worry about it. This is only on the touring model bikes at this time. And I think that's really all I want to share with you guys at this time. So this is Mike from the Focus Garage signing off. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.